My loves, what's up and welcome back to the Trend Diaries with me Nidhi Jain. In today's video I'll be creating the classic black smoky eye look and a flawless base tutorial. So yes, we do have a one brand makeup tutorial using Sugar Cosmetics. So starting off, I used their most eleigiblur smoothing primer and applied it firstly on the T-zone of my face and rubbed it in. So this is basically a tinted kind of primer but feels extremely smooth and blurs out the pores. So that was the primer. Once that's laid, going on to the brows, I'm using the Arch Arrival Brow Definer in the shade 04. Now I really enjoyed working with this eyebrow pencil. It's like the perfect mixture of creaminess, pigment and waxiness. So I really liked it. And after I'm done filling in the sparse gaps, I cleaned up the brow perimeters using a concealer from Sugar Cosmetics. Again, it is their Magicwand concealer, using a straight cut brush and cleaning the edges of my brow to make them snatched and more precise. Once the concealer is laid, I buffed it all in with the help of a concealer buffing brush so that there are no harsh concealer edges left, and then use the same concealer on my lids to prime them for the eyeshadows coming up next. And I did not set them. I'm using a wet base for the black smoky eye, using the Blend the Rules eyeshadow palette in the shade Warrior and picking up that black eyeshadow on a flat blending brush and applying it all over my lid. You can see in the clip I'm using just dabbing motions, and that's the reason why we are using a wet base to get the utmost pigment. Later I'm using a brown shadow from the same eyeshadow palette on a fluffier pencil brush, and here I'm using the 50-50 technique, wherein as you can see 50% of the shadow is being laid on the previous black shade and 50% of it is on the lid space. So in this way you would get that perfect blend between the black and the brown. And so just place it first with the horizontal side of the brush, as you can see here, and then use the tip of the brush to blend it out. So in this way you would get that perfect blend, and you have to go back and forth with the black and brown to get the perfect blend. So again I'm using the black shade and pressing it on the lid, and then the brown shade with a pencil brush to blend the edges. So you have to go back and forth, as I said before. Then when I felt I got the desired blend, I moved on to a creamy skin-like shade and blended the outermost edges of the eyeshadow with a clean fluffy blending brush. And I'm using windshield wiper motions and circular motions to blend. And yeah, that's it. That was the eyeshadow part. Now for the base, I'm using the Ace of Face foundation stick in the shade Corn Panna 45 and applied it in stripes all over my face and neck. And then I blended this foundation with a flat top kabuki brushes. Now all of my brushes are from Jessa Beauty, in case you're wondering. And then once I'm blending the foundation, I did notice that this was sticking on to the dry patches of my face. I do have really dry skin, so except for that the rest of the face looked good, but just on the dry patches this foundation was clinging a bit. Then I used the Magicwand concealer in the shade Corn Panna again and highlighted the centers of my face and concealed the under eye areas as well, blending the centers of face first so that my under eye area concealer gets time to sit, and in this way the coverage is enhanced. Using the same brush I blended all the concealer out. Then I went in with the Face FWD contour stick and applied it to the perimeters of my face, in the hollows of my cheekbone, my perimeter zone on the forehead, bridge of the nose, right under my lip to make them a little bit more pouty, and on my jawline, and using an angled kabuki brush over here to blend all the contour. Now this stuff is really pigmented. I used way too much. You have to use very little, like it is full paisa vasool stuff, so you do not need as much as I had applied. So don't do the mistake which I did. So once I'm blended with the contour shade, I used the Face FWD blush stick Oh my god, I love this blush so much. I also wore this on my convocation day ceremony. It is so natural and so beautiful for dusky skin tone. I absolutely loved it, and blended it with the same flat top brush that I used for my foundation, and then set the concealed zones of my face with the compact powder from Sugar. And I used a tapered brush over here and just pressed the powder all over the concealed zones first, and with a fluffier brush set the rest of my face with the same powder. Now once I'm done setting the concealed areas, time to set the contoured areas, and for that I'm using the Contour de Force face palette and using the contour shade from this palette. I then applied this contour shade on the perimeters of my face to set the cream contour we've done beneath it, on the jawline, hollows of my cheekbones, the brow bridge, and little bit in the contour of my eye, underneath my lip, and then used the blush shade from the same palette and applied it on the apples of my cheek and chin. Then using the highlighter, oh my god, glow girl, this is such a beautiful highlighter. Yes, it does have slight bit of a shimmer which is visible in person, but it is very beautiful and not made for the faint hearted. I applied it on the tops of my cheekbone, the nose bridge, cupid's bow, chin, a little bit on my forehead, and then using a smaller petite brush and applied it on my brow bone to highlight them, and in my tear duct area to open up my eye and give me that beautiful glowy look. I absolutely loved the result of all of the base products and the highlighter especially. So yeah, once I'm done with that, I did use the I Won't Use So eyeliner. It is a double matte eyeliner, and drew a very thin line close to the lash line, just so as to complete the look and make my lashes appear fuller. And once I'm done with that, moving on to the mascara from Sugar. This one was their Lash Mob Limitless mascara in the shade 01, black with a bang, and I really like this mascara. Like, it does not clump my lashes and give me those spidery lashes look. It gently, you know, feathers my lashes and adds volume to them. So I do really like the mascara, and I was wearing the same mascara for my convocation day as well. And then with whatever product is left on the mascara wand, I brushed it through my eyebrow hair in upward direction to give them that feathered look. And then I used the black shadow from the palette and applied it with an angled brush really close to my lower lash line, just to give my eye a good dimension. Then I used the brown shade from the eyeshadow palette on a bullet blending brush and blended the edges of the previously laid black. So basically we are going for a gradient, as we want a smoky look, but it should be the darkest and deepest towards the waterline and lash line. So we first place that black there, and then we are blending it outwards. With the same bullet brush, I picked up the black, and this time we are not concentrating it, we are just diffusing the black to get that smoked blown out look. And once I'm done with that, blending the edges of the eyeshadows with the help of the same creamy shade, and I'm done with the eyeshadow part now. Then just applied coats of mascara on my lower lashes using the same Lash Mob mascara, and then I used Seal the Show lip primer on my lips. Then for the first lipstick that I used, it was the Click Me Up Velvet lipstick in the shade 01. It is a beautiful pink shade, velvet matte, not at all sticky, but I felt like this pink shade was way too much for this look, as it was you know, just drifting the attention from the eyes. So I mixed in the Matte as Hell lip crayon from Sugar, one of my favorite formulations from them, in the shade Claire Underwood. I absolutely love this shade, and topped it up, and this is the final result.